South Sudan is a fertile land with rich natural resources. It is a land whose people wish to use those resources to create a peaceful and prosperous democracy. South Sudan is also the world's newest country, created after centuries of exploitation by outsiders and decades of armed conflict in order to become free. It is now an infant nation, seeking to find its legs, the strength to grow and become an active member of the modern world. We have faith that it will. South Sudan has an abundance of overlooked and underutilized resources, more than enough to solve daunting internal problems of conflict and tribalism. What is missing is the education of its youth. In particular, South Sudan has not yet developed its most precious resource, its girls and young women. They say if you educate a boy, you educate one person. If you educate a girl, you educate a nation. There is nowhere on earth where this is more true than in South Sudan. That is why our mission is to educate South Sudanese girls to become peace builders and positive change makers in their country. Let us introduce you to some of South Sudan's most ambitious and inspiring young women. These girls believe in the inevitability of a better future for their country, and they are certain that they will be an essential part of this brighter future. We could not agree more.
My name is Komoni Nema Charles.
M. Ajonye Joy.
Opani Nisha Sebit.
I'm Gaba Sarah Moses.
Sarah Meda Malis.
I'm Amach Mayen Malek. I graduated in 2018. My education will help me to connect to other people that will empower me. Secondly, my education will help me to share experience with other people that have the leadership skills that will help me in my leadership.
You guys, after graduating from here, going to senior, that's mean you're matured enough. That's it.
Yes.
So okay, what's your name?
My name is Lilian.
Lilian Pony, and you?
Jacqueline Bakari.
So okay, so when you grow up, what do you want to be?
I want to be a pilot.
You want to be a pilot?
Yes.
Hey, that's great. That's great. And you?
I want to be a sister.
A sister. Okay, serving God in church.
Yes.
That's so great. Let me see our sister here. Hi. What's up? How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, what's your name?
Bazilika Imani.
And in which class are you?
Primary 5.
Primary 5. Okay, that's good. Remaining with 3 years to go to primary 8. That's it.
Yes.
Okay, you are going well? Everything is good?
Yes.
You like the subjects? You like the teachers?
Yes.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Doctor.
Doctor. Are you ready to heal people? You know, sometimes people will have wounds. Are you ready to help them? That's good. Great. Nice to meet you.
Well, my hope to change my nation through education is that, as I can see now, my country is backward because of education. Mostly, our percentage, we girls, of education is very low. So if I become educated, I will make sure to bring the other generation that will come behind me to be like me, and also to talk mostly about girls' education. And if I complete my studies and become a good future in future, a good person in future, then it will give the other girls who are still studying a motivation of which they will be saying that I want to be like a near my job. So that's my hope in education.
Let me introduce you to my colleague on the Girls with Books Board of Directors, Elizabeth Achulo. Eliza fled her village when the war came and made her way to Kakuma refugee camp in Kenya. She was chosen to come to the U.S. and now has a college degree. Here, as part of Girls with Books, she works for the young women of South Sudan.
You know, in South Sudan, young girls are really forgotten, They are neglected from all fronts. Young girls are being forced into early marriages. Some of them drop out of school. And if a family has, let's say 5 children, for example, if they have a boy, they prefer a boy go to school if they had that choice, you know. And some of my peers, like I said, that I grew up in Kakuma, most of them died. And some of them were just frustrated. And some of them who got married to these men, like, they didn't have options, so they got married, and depending on them, being dependent on someone, sometimes these men really abuse them, they beat them, and they have to be submissive because they are being dependent on them for food and anything like that. I lost my cousin because she was constantly being beaten by her husband until she succumbed to her injuries and died, and she left behind 3 kiddos, which are young. That was really unfortunate. That's really my close cousin that I grew up with in Kakuma. So I'll just, advise young girls if there's an it's mainly because they don't have the opportunity. Like most of them, if they do have an opportunity to go to school, they will really take that opportunity over anything else. So it's not that someone is just choosing not to, but because there is no opportunity for them. But just focus on yourself, study hard, and you know that one day when you finish school, that will help you first become self-sufficient, so you don't have to depend on anyone. If someone is being abusive to you, you can stand on your own. You have the knowledge and power. Education is knowledge and power. It broadens your wings. You cannot let someone step over you. You can speak for yourself. You can advocate for yourself. You don't have to just sit there and let someone abuse you. So that would be the most important thing that I think education can afford young girls from Sudan, just speaking for themselves.
Finally, let us meet Micklina Kenyi. Micklina is the executive director of Girls with Books. She is a former lost girl of South Sudan. After establishing herself in Boulder, Colorado, as a college-educated U.S. citizen, Micklina founded and led a grassroots nonprofit to support education of South Sudanese girls and young women. That organization, Empowerment Through Education Foundation, recently merged with a Denver-based nonprofit, Project Education South Sudan, to become Girls with Books. Each organization brings nearly 20 years' experience to our mission of educating girls and young women in South Sudan.
With the merger of these two energetic and experienced organizations, we are now well positioned to increase the scope of our work and the number of girls we will educate. With added support, we'll be able to continue our coordination in multiple regions and across multiple tribes, providing scholarships, room and board, tuition, transportation, and personal hygiene supplies to these promising young women. It is an exciting time to be doing this because we are seeing more and more positive impact as our work continues. Please be generous with your support.